Thinking about upgrading your home? Hello, I'm Philip Pantana. Whether you want a modern kitchen, a stunning bathroom, a sturdy deck, or even a brand new addition, our company, Perimeter Remodeling and Restoration, can make it happen. From quick interior repairs to full-scale renovations, homeowners trust us for expert craftsmanship and excellent service, always delivered with the care you deserve. Schedule your free consultation now at perimeterva.com. Call or text 434-515-2868.
This is Talk Local to Me from the Central Virginia Business Coalition. Streaming live each week on Media Squatch Plus and available on demand in the app or wherever you get your podcasts. Local stories, local business, local impact.
Wow.
Well, look at that. We got a new intro there.
I'm like over here just like, I'm stunned. I'm excited.
Right?
That was awesome.
At first, I thought it was like an episode of Judge Judy with the way the music came in. It had like that court show kind of feel.
Well, I wasn't quite sure where to come in at because like now, like with the old one, I knew when the intro was ending, like when I needed to start talking. This time I was like, are we good? Are we good? I like the media squad. I like the Sasquatch growl.
Rawr.
Yeah, that was.
Sounds like a tractor starting up.
Yeah. Well, welcome everyone to Talk Local to Me. Glad you're tuning in. If you're listening live, great. And if you're, just following us and you're listening to this in a couple of days or in the future, in the near future, then, we're excited to have you, talking local with us. So I'm Heather Alto with the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
And I'm Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels of Lynchburg, America's Choice in Home Care.
I always wait because you always have that little
I always pause because I like to make you start saying something and then interrupt.
So you're coming back from like a little like mini vacay / business trip.
We went to the lake on Sunday and had some fun with friends on the boat. Yes, so that's Lake Anna, like up 64. So we came back down 64 and then turned around and went back the next day and went to go see Teddy Swims, which I have to say, if he comes anywhere close again, you got to go see him. It was a great show.
That's awesome.
He takes care of his people and made sure that there was lightning, and they were worried about he was worried about being able to do the whole show because if lightning hits within 7 miles of the arena, the whatever it is, the stage, then they had to stop. And so he actually bumped the show opener. He's like, nobody paid money to see the opener. Not being disrespectful, but like, I didn't even know who the opener was, so I wasn't really sad about it. But it was a great show.
I wish, Luke Bryan, if you're listening, I wish he had done the same because we were
instead of having like 3 openers.
Yeah, like we went to the Luke Bryan concert about a month or so ago in Raleigh, and he had 3 opening acts, and so he wasn't even slated to come on until 9.
Right.
So this was in Raleigh. That's a good 2.5 hour drive for me. And we had gone down there and took my daughter. She was so excited. Well, it started storming right before the concert. The gates were supposed to open. So they held it and they didn't let anyone in until it was almost 2 hours, after the gates. So it was about 7 o'clock they started.
So you're just standing outside.
Yeah. Or in your cars, and then they were like, well, the show's still going to go on in the same order. So we ended up not even getting to see him because by the time we had gotten through everything and he'd actually come on, I wouldn't have gotten home till almost like 3:30, 4 in the morning.
Right.
And I wasn't doing that. So
yeah. And you don't care who the opening acts are, even if it's somebody you want to see, like the headliner is the reason you're there.
Yeah. So now we're going back to see Luke Bryan in August. Okay. I'm taking my daughter back, but it's in Virginia Beach this time. So I have family that lives there, so I'll have somewhere to stay.
There you go. Yeah. That's what we did. We stayed in Richmond and overnight, and it was our hotel was terrible, but it was a great experience.
I did get to go see, so it's like the Savannah Ball. It wasn't the Savannah Bananas, but I did get to take my kiddos this past Friday. We went after work to Salem, and we got to see the Texas Tailgaters and the firefighters, and that was a really fun time to spend with my kids.
Sounds like it.
We got to go and just kind of see all the shenanigans. I've been waiting forever to get tickets to those events, so that was super cool. But it's important to do fun things with your family and take that time from work, even when you're, like you do sometimes, where you're going for work, but you're able to kind of incorporate family into it. My husband actually has a work trip this coming week. He'll be on for an entire week.
Oh my gosh,
to Charleston. He's tried so hard to get me to take off and go with him, down there for the week and bring Riley. And have me and her like just hang out in Charleston while he's at training. And, you know, but I told him, I was like, there's just no.
Yeah.
For me, there was just no way really. And Riley with cheer and stuff, like she couldn't miss practices and stuff. But it would have been a lot of fun.
So is she missing cheer this week while she's at camp?
No, actually, there were so many cheerleaders going to 4-H camp too that they canceled practice for this week, which is really why she couldn't miss next week because she was already gone.
Missed.
Yeah, so that was kind of the problem. But yeah, she's at 4-H camp and hopefully she's having a great time. They don't allow phones, so you would have thought her entire being was like ripped from her body because she couldn't take her cell phone with her. And
you remember the cell phone you had as a kid?
Yeah, I didn't have one.
It was made out of Play-Doh and you had to pretend.
Yeah. So
well, actually, we didn't even do that because cell phones didn't even exist when we were kids. So
what I will say though is a little tough for her because she does have some anxiety issues.
Being able to reach out to you.
Yeah, not being able to like just send me a quick text saying, "Hey, mom, love you" or anything like that. But I told her, I was like, once you get down there, you're gonna
have so much fun.
You had a mom.
Right.
And she's taking horseback riding and, you know, a lot of other fun things. So I think she's going to be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in, you know, just some quick CVABC news.
So in Media Squatch news.
Oh, what's the Media Squatch news?
Have you seen the tractor drama?
The tractor drama? No, I missed it.
Our own Dr. Woody posted a TikTok about his tractor.
Woody has a tractor?
He says it's a tractor. That's the big debate online.
Oh, now I got to look at it.
Yeah, it's on his TikTok. So he did like a whole tour of his. You don't follow him on TikTok? I don't blame me.
Is it Woody's TikTok or
Woody's
Media
TikTok?
Squatch?
Woody's TikTok.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look because I'm not sure.
You know, he's got an electric mower. It's pretty cool. Like I have to give it to him. Like it's really cool. Like I'd be jealous if I mowed grass, but my son does that, so that's part of his rent. So
yeah.
And I have an electric mower, but it's a little push mower. So he's got the ride mower and it's electric. He gave like a whole tour of how the batteries work, how long it lasts, all that stuff. And we were like, well, it didn't last very long. And he was like, well, to me, mowing, I'm gonna do my best Woody voice. Ready? Well, to me, mowing is not a sprint.
Is this lawnmower what he's calling the tractor?
Yeah, he says it's got tractor in the name. It's got tractor in the name. So
I see.
Yeah, that's the video. He does a whole tour.
Okay.
Then there's another video. He's blowing it off with a leaf blower to make sure it stays, nice and crisp and all that. So
okay.
Yeah, it's quite entertaining. The comments, killer. Like
I'm gonna have to look. There's like 75 comments. Good gosh, he's got a good following over here.
Yeah, he posting those controversial videos, but apparently not everybody thinks Woody Tractor's sexy.
It shouldn't be a tractor.
Right.
Yeah.
But his argument was it says tractor in the name when I bought it. So.
All right.
But yeah,
I'm gonna have to look more into.
It's actually quite interesting. It's kind of sad that my life has gotten to that, but yeah. His tractor videos are quite fun.
Well, good for Woody. Look at him getting all.
So go check out Woody's TikTok. Every new follower he gets after 12/12, I get $1 for. So he just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. And you have to watch it a bunch of times so you're getting all them views in.
Right.
You just let it sit there and play over and over and over.
He said he was going to buy us lunch with the royalties. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Emma was real happy because she's looking forward to some lunch.
Okay. I like it.
So we'll get that next week, Emma.
So we've got, is our caller guest in yet? Okay, cool. So we do have one of our guests that's going to be calling in. So she should be joining us in just a few minutes. But we are still celebrating our Christmas in July. And I want to talk real quick about our membership special. We have gotten a lot of businesses that are super excited about this. I think we've already got almost 10 new businesses that have signed up already, 10 or 11. We have our Christmas in July special going on right now. So it's $99 for your membership.
Yeah.
I can't stress enough how crazy that deal is. I really can't.
It's a good deal.
It's a really good deal. So
I'm going to cancel my membership, just get $99.
Yeah, well, you have to be, you have to have not been a member for at least a year.
Oh, man.
To get that special. Although we are offering it to our businesses that have dropped, like I said, and come back on after that year. Yeah. So we're excited for that. So, if you're not a member of the Central Virginia Business Coalition, you really need to be. And this is a great time to do it during our Christmas in July special because it'll go back up to our regular rates August 1st. And that's where it's going to stay. There will be no more specials not this year, at least. Let's just put it that way.
$99 is a great deal. I spent more than that coming here because I bought a tank of gas and then I had to upgrade my data because I was watching all these tractor videos.
Yeah.
So.
And you get great benefits. We do a lot of great things. Tractor videos. You're cracking me up. So I just wanted to kind of highlight that special right now. So if you listen to us and you're in our region and you are looking for some business support, reach out to us. You can contact me at heather@cvabc.org or you can go straight on our website, cvabc.org, and hit the join button, and it's all set up from there. And you can, I mean, heck, if you need to, you can pay that in a monthly installment. It's only like $8 a month. So come on, guys. I mean, if you go get coffee nowadays, it's like a cup of coffee. Yeah. So just do it. Just do it. Woody and his tractor say so. Join the CVABC. So, all right. Well, our first guest is on the line, and we are going to be talking today with Kelly. I don't know why I was going to say Casey because she's in the other room. I don't know why that popped in. Hi, Kelly.
Hello, Heather. How are you?
I'm good. So Kelly is the owner of Lady Legacy of Bedford, and it is a fabulous shop right here.
It's a cool little store.
Yeah, right here in the heart of the town of Bedford.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit,
very much,
Kelly. Tell us a little bit about Lady Legacy, how you got started.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, we opened up about, I guess it's been a year and a half ago now.
Yeah.
And we originally started in Fredericksburg, and my mother's family is from the Lynchburg, Bedford area, and we had a place out at Smith Mountain Lake, and I don't sit still well. So
I have the same
my
issue.
husband and myself were out one day. Yeah. And I was having trouble. We were going to go do something and had not brought the right clothes, had lake clothes with me and not dinner clothes, and couldn't really find a place that we wanted to shop. So we went into Arthur's Strollers and was telling the ladies a little bit there about what they do. And they're like, we need you here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of started a 6-month search for a location that would like a ladies' clothing boutique. And we found a wonderful place at 118 East Main Street, right there diagonally across from the Blue Lady. And then on the other side of us is the courthouse. So we are centrally located right there on Main Street.
It's a great location.
We just have we have a great time. And we do have parking available in the municipal lot behind us, or as well as the street parking.
Yeah, and one thing I like about Bedford is, sometimes you might have to wait a few minutes and look for a spot, but it seems like everybody complains about downtown Lynchburg, like how hard it is to park, but I never seem to have any issues. And same thing in Bedford. I always seem to be able to find a spot.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm craving
absolutely.
BLT from the Blue Lady over there. So.
Exactly. So just depends on how many times you have to circle the block before you get blessed with that, fabulous parking space.
That's right.
Determination.
Yeah.
So we are a ladies' clothing store, but we do also have things for gentlemen, and we do have home decor and gifts as well. We really focus on, I call our style classic with a twist. We don't do holes, rips, and tears in our clothing. We try to fit a wide variety, and I say sizes, even though in women's clothing, you cannot go by the size. You have to go by the fit. Heather, you can probably attest to that.
Yes.
But we say we're small through 3X, but really it just depends on the fit. Ladies, I will cut those tags out of the dress if it makes that big of a difference, one way or another.
Well, and
but
you're so right about that.
Fabulous in what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also, because it, like you said, depends on the designer. Because there's some, there's some designers, I can wear a size, 8. And then, there's some that, they're a 10. And you get in there and I think that's the hard part with, and I'm going to say this about women especially. We look at those numbers and we let it justify us in a way. And I'm always like, you know what? I just want to put it on. And if it fits, great. Let's not look at the tag. Let's just, because some days I'm having a fluffy day.
Exactly. And I actually have one designer. I love this designer. It's a very good line. But I literally wear 4 different sizes in their pants.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to go by the fit. I cannot go by the tag in the back. And that's what we stress in the store. It's like shopping with girlfriends. Let's be honest. When you walk out of that store and put something on from us, I want people to look at you and go, oh, where'd you get that? And not, oh, where'd you get that? Because our goal is to help ladies see the beauty that God has given them. And we do it through fashion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
And
that's the store in a nutshell.
well, and for anyone who has not been in Lady Legacy, there's something for everyone. In that store, with your, whether it's your taste or, like you said, your size. They've got shoes, they've got decor, they've got jewelry. Like you said,
Yes.
you've even got stuff for
We're
the
Brighton.
men.
Right. So we are a Brighton retailer. We have Spartina. We are a case knife retailer. So we have the beautiful case knives, gentlemen's knives that are made in the USA. Yeah, we do. Thank you. And, we also have a few other things from my husband's business in there as well. He has an online business called SaturdayMorningWesterns.com. So that's a really cool website. But even if we don't have it in the store, we will either find it or make it. And that's part of what Dana Jones is from Small Town Stitching, is my manager there at the store. And she is an incredible seamstress. So together we are partnering to create a new women's clothing line that is strictly ours. And we're working through that now. But what that's going to allow us to do is to be able to make some pieces that are great interchangeable, or what they call capsule pieces, that you're going to wear because they're fit specifically for you. And just starting out with a few things this fall, we're developing it now, looking at some really cool fabrics and stuff like that. But we actually have a sample set in the store right now that you can come by and see and talk to us about.
That's really cool.
So, and we do that with our special occasion styling too.
And you also have a fun summer sale going on right now as well. So you've got
we do. We have a big sale.
Yeah, you've got 50%
so
off
we have our
through the shop, which is just great by itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got
it is.
You were talking about the Spartina handbags, and you've got some accessories for those and things like that. Those are 50% off as well. And that's if my wife will not pay full retail for a purse anywhere she goes. So she likes nice purses, but she is not going to pay full retail. She'll come out and I'll be like, "Oh, you found a purse you like?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, how much is it?" She goes, "Well, I saved," and I never really get to hear the price.
Exactly.
Right? So.
Yes, exactly. We do. We have Spartina on sale right now throughout the store. We have some clothing, Spartina handbags and accessories. Those are 50% off. We have the Lulu Bee and Southwind sunscreen clothing, which is, of course, great for us. It is phenomenal. We also have some capris and pants from Lulu Bee as well. Those are also 50% off. I've got two 50% off rounders. We have flip-flops for $5 to $20 that normally go $20 to $50.
Wow.
So we are really trying to make room for fall right now. So this is a great time to come in because you still have a lot of weather to wear these things.
Yes. A lot of weather left to enjoy the summer things, but I also see that you're starting to bring in some fall as well, because you've got I'm stalking your Facebook a little bit, so I just don't know everything about your store off the top of my head. But, you've got the pumpkin sweatshirts, which if my wife sees those, I'm in trouble. We'll be having to take a trip to Bedford, but the pumpkin sweatshirt's really cute, and I love how you're preparing for fall now, even though it's July, because I used to work retail. I was a florist for 4 or 5 years, and we have to start buying Christmas in March, because you've got to order it, get it in, and have everything ready to go so you can start displaying it. As the kids kind of go back to school, you've got to kind of start putting some of that Christmas stuff out so that people can buy it, so that they're ready for Christmas. Especially if you decorate, day after Thanksgiving, that means you got to buy everything before. You don't go out the day after Thanksgiving and buy all the Christmas stuff and put it up. Right? You got to have a plan. At least in our house, we have to have a plan. We look for Christmas year round. We're a little nuts. So, but I like that you've already got some fall things. Of a florist. Yeah, it's hard work.
Yes, I was the daughter of a florist and decorator, so yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and
but
go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I was going to say we also have some great fall events coming up.
Oh, tell us about those.
This year, some things that we're working on. Yeah, besides Centerfest, we're very excited for Centerfest, and yes, we do stay open during Centerfest. We love it. The other things that we have going on, we have a fall makeover contest that we're getting ready to launch that is going to run July 22nd through August 22nd. Y'all are the first to hear about this one.
All right.
So what we are doing Yeah, we're launching it on here. We are going to be asking for people to either submit about themselves and why they would like to win a makeover, or they can submit somebody that they really think deserves it and probably would not do this for themselves. And so with that, what we will be doing is they will win a capsule wardrobe from Dear Scarlett, which will have pants, blazer, jacket, and dress and top. So we'll have that going on. The makeup that will be used for the winner will be Mary Kay Cosmetics. We also offer Mary Kay through me for the our winner. And we are going to be looking to do some type of hairstyle or haircut and partner with a beauty salon that would like to take part in that. That part's not quite finalized yet, but the makeover will start. So they will be able to submit. And Heather, I'm going to send you all of the information. It will be up on the the Facebook page later today.
Okay.
And they can either nominate themselves or they can nominate someone else. And it's just a letter on why. Why should this person, or why do you need a lift? And we want to make that happen. So that's very exciting for us. So that's going to be our first thing. Then we're going to be doing some things to appreciate our school system and Bedford County employees. We're going to have some special discounts going on, not only for the teachers, but which we love our teachers, but also just for the school employees. You come in and you show your school employee ID. You're going to be getting special discounts through probably September 1 on that. We know school starts back mid-August, but everybody's, trying to get that straightened out. So we're going to have that going. Then also October 4th, and this is our big event that we are going to be doing in partnership with the Blue Lady, and we have USAA as a sponsor for this as well. We are going to be highlighting through a dinner dance event the No Soldier Left Behind Foundation, which brings awareness to military suicides. And we are very excited, and this is extremely close. I'm a military family. We've not had to go through that, but there are so many that have. And so we will be, hearing the stories of 13 that night at the event. And that's going to be October 4th. And tickets will be on sale for that soon, but it will be a dinner dance.
I'm really excited for that event. I was actually just having lunch at the Blue Lady before I came here to the podcast, and I was talking with Jay about it too. And do you want to? Can you tell everyone what the theme is, or is that a secret right now?
Yes, no. This is something that we're actually going to have a good time, even though it is a very serious topic. It's going to be at the Old Farm venue. And we're really happy about that as well. But the theme for this is denim and diamonds.
Yes.
And we figured that we could have a lot of fun with this. The guys can dress up a little bit of bling if they want to also. But, hey, cowboy boots and Stetsons are welcome. That's going to be the big thing for this. Mm-hmm. And ladies, if you want to get blinged out, get blinged out. But we want to do something for the community that brings awareness to this topic because it has affected us locally, but at the same time do it in a way where people can enjoy an evening out in Bedford.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a lot of fun.
It does.
So you can get dressed up, and like you were telling me, Kelly, like the husband doesn't necessarily have to go all out, but the wife can get all dolled up and come out and have a good time, right, and support a really good cause.
Absolutely. But we are very excited, and we're very thankful to USAA for being a sponsor. There are going to be other sponsorship opportunities available for this. We are also looking for silent auction items, and they can either reach out to us at the store or they can reach out to Jay at the Blue Lady in order to let us know that they are interested, and one of us will reach out to them and, just let them know what we're looking for, or, thank them for what they have to do, because it would just be a really big blessing.
Okay. All right. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you plan on having tickets for sale like at Centerfest? Like putting something out there where people can purchase them while they're out walking around?
Yes, we are. We're, since the event is October 4th, we know how many people the venue will hold. We're going to have physical tickets available at a couple of locations, and we would love to tie that in with Centerfest. And then we're also looking maybe for Alta Vista as well in that area too, just because of the location of the venue.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to bring awareness to this throughout the Central Virginia region.
Okay. Perfect.
But yeah, let's definitely talk about that because we will have hard tickets as well as virtual tickets available.
Okay. Okay. That sounds amazing. One of the things I was going to ask you, because we were kind of talking about all the different products and brands that you have. Do you guys still do the corkies?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to bring that because I know a lot of women love their corkies.
Oh my gosh. They're ridiculous. I live in them.
Yeah.
I used to do little posts going living life in corkies, and it was, wherever I was, I had my corkies on. So, but I am a huge fan of the shoe and just how comfortable it is and lightweight. And even their sparkly tennis shoes will actually float. They're that lightweight.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I've got a couple people in my office that love corkies.
Oh my gosh, they're wonderful. And they come in from size 6 to 11.
So not quite in my range, but almost.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't think I need any sparkly shoes. I've got enough already. Sheena tells me so.
So yeah, we have all kinds of things. I even have the cowboy boots are out now as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they did those.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh yes, yes. I have beautiful cowboy boots in the store from Corky's right now.
Now, do you have a website that people can go to? Or I know you have your Facebook page, but
we do a lot on Facebook and Instagram. Our website currently is LadyLegacyBoutique.com, and you can see some of the things on there. We also carry more on the website than we do in the store, believe it or not, because I've got a lot of things in the store. But we carry lines like Rowdy Crowd and a few others. Rowdy Crowd is a lot of fun. It's a Western wear line.
Mm-hmm.
So you will see actually more things on the website than you do in the store. It's kind of being rebuilt, but it is shoppable at the moment. It's still very functional and pretty. We're just doing some updates to it. So if a page doesn't work, just let me know. But other than that, you can fully shop it.
Okay.
And that's Lady Legacy Bedford, LadyLegacyBoutique.com.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Very nice. So, and where's you also have a store in Fredericksburg that was, I think, the original one. Where's that located?
Well, it was in Fredericksburg. We actually made the decision to close Fredericksburg.
Okay.
And we are concentrating on Bedford.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's a Bedford exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. It is a Bedford exclusive. And then I do styling for clients around Virginia. So
awesome.
If you need personal styling or wardrobing, we do that as well as custom clothing.
Very nice. Yeah, I know I went to your ribbon cutting and you were talking about how they'll help style you and things like that. And I thought that was really cool because, some people want to dress a little nicer or want to look good and not really sure what flatters them. And if they take their husband with them, like my wife does, how does this look? It looks great. That's my answer to everything. It looks great because it's on you. So, having that other perspective is always nice.
We really try to help ladies find their beautiful selves. And a lot of times you put things on and, even myself, I struggle with it sometimes. I can much easier dress somebody else than I can myself a lot of times. And that may sound crazy for a stylist, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
We would rather run around in black and have somebody else be the belle of the ball.
Right.
But when we do that, we really work with you to help you bring out what is already there. And that is through the fit, it's through the color, and it's through the accessories. And so we just have a blast doing it in the store. Dana says she gets to play Barbie dolls every day.
That's nice.
Yeah. And, and I will kind of echo what you said, having Dana there. She's a fabulous seamstress. She did my daughter's wedding dress when she was, we needed to have a few things done to it. And I think you and her make such a great team there at the store. And,
thank you.
Yeah, you bring a lot to the town of Bedford. A lot of people talk about, well, there's not, a lot in the town, but there is if you just come and look for it. There's lots of opportunities in the town of Bedford. It's just driving traffic here is what we're, trying to work on.
Right.
Absolutely. And guys, don't feel like you have to stand outside. We do still have our gentleman's nook, which we love. I have wingback recliners back there with the TV mounted on the wall. And, we had said we have the case knives, we have bourbon decanters, we have men's devotionals. So we have men's gifts back there. We have gotten a request to bring in several requests actually for men's clothing. We're not quite to that size yet. I'd have to rearrange the store a bit more. But we do have a men's seating area that is very comfortable that you can just come either, be on your phone or watch TV.
Yeah, you just hand over the credit card and kick back. I like it. I like it. Well, thank you so much.
Lady Legacy Bedford.
Yes. Well, Kelly, thank you for coming on with us today and chatting about Lady Legacy. I know Mike has a couple questions he wants to ask you.
Yeah, we asked 2 questions of every guest that comes on the show. And the first one we've kind of already answered, which is, how long have you been part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
They did my ribbon cutting, so now a year and a half, and I love it.
Yeah, awesome. And what do you think is the greatest thing about being a member of the CVABC?
Just being able to do things like this as a small business owner. I was in marketing for a very, very long time before I bought the boutique. And this is so important for business owners to be able to support one another and be able to get your name out. And you also know that you have the support of the Central Virginia Business Coalition, and the investment for it is nominal compared to what you get. And I love that. And I love that it's covering more than just Bedford or Amherst or, Alta Vista. It ties us all together in the region. And to me, that is phenomenal.
Well, we appreciate you being a member and all of your support. Kelly has, supported us through, sponsorships and hosting events for us and just collaborative efforts. I know Kelly and I chit chat back and forth about different ideas, and we haven't put everything into fruition that we want to yet, but, we're still looking forward to doing more together going into, 2026.
Absolutely. I'm excited about it, Heather. Let's get it rocking.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Kelly, and everyone listening in. Make sure to stop by Lady Legacy of Bedford or check out her Facebook page and website and, get you something nice going into the end of summer, beginning of fall.
Thank you so much. And I look forward to the next time I see you.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
We are going to cut to a quick commercial, and we will be right back.
Let's go out to the lobby.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Omega Disaster Restoration, located in Campbell County, Virginia. Omega specializes in water, fire, and smoke damage restoration, as well as mold remediation. Their region includes Central and Southwest Virginia, which spans a vast service area from Blacksburg to Charlottesville and Stanton to Danville.
In addition to disaster restoration and full-service reconstruction and remodeling, Omega is proud to offer custom all-wood cabinets through their Hanover Woodworking Studio, custom countertops via their Top Solution Studio, and dumpster services through Old Dominion Dumpsters, all part of the Omega family of brands. A beautiful showroom is currently under construction at their Exchange Drive location and will be soon open to the public, showcasing their diverse offerings.
Customers can call 434-616-4659 for emergency assistance with water, fire, smoke damage, or mold remediation needs. Omega provides 24/7 emergency response, ensuring that help is always available. Locally owned and not a franchise, Omega is your first and last call in any emergency, restoring your home or business from beginning to end. For more information about Omega Disaster Restoration and their comprehensive services, please visit omegadisasterrestoration.com/VA/Lynchburg.
One thing protects it all, your roof. And when you've got a new one, you're set for decades. I'm Andrew Lee. Our company, Perimeter Roofing and Exteriors, is trusted by homeowners and businesses for all roofing and exterior projects. Shingles, metal, slate, gutters, windows, siding, decks, and more. Perimeter Roofing and Exteriors is your go-to for all protection and efficiency. Get your free no-hassle inspection today. Call or text 434-515-2868. Perimeter Roofing and Exteriors, protecting from the top down.
And we're back.
I'm still just hanging out over here.
Yeah.
Over here. No, actually, it's funny because I'm looking. So Megan, my office manager, her son is a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wrestling. The Commonwealth Games are going on right now.
Oh, okay.
In Lynchburg, and so today's the wrestling portion of the Commonwealth Games, and
Just he's on edge today.
yeah. So, both of us are hardcore wrestling moms. Like my older son, Hunter, was a wrestler and wrestled in college, and now he's back and he coaches wrestling.
Right.
So he coaches for Liberty, and he heads up like he's one of the main coaches of the rec program here in Bedford. And just recently, I think he's going to be the assistant coach at the middle school this year, which is cool. So she was messaging me pictures because Hunter is coaching Liam on the mat right now.
Oh, look at that.
Because Liam didn't have, I guess, somebody right there. So she would text me. She was like, Hunter took over. He's coaching. So she's sending me pictures. That's what I was doing. I was diving into
Gotcha.
wrestling pictures because I
Going through all the memories.
love wrestling so much. I'm a hardcore wrestling mom. Like, get on the mat. I'm screaming and yelling and acting a fool.
Yeah, anybody that doesn't know Heather, she is that crazy mom.
I am 100% that crazy mom.
We might have had a board meeting together this morning and may have come up in the meeting about how she got thrown out of a softball game
And
as
I
the coach.
certainly did.
And
I'm not going to say I'm proud of it, but
I mean, you talk about
It
it a
happened.
lot, so you must be proud of it.
I was kind of back in the day. I mean, this was a while back. Like, I'm very passionate about softball and wrestling. Those are my two, like, passion. I grew up playing softball. I played softball since I was like, I don't know, 6. And so I coached my oldest daughter in rec for quite a few years. And, I'm not going to get into the whole spiel, but we were undefeated. There was some cheating going on. There was some, I will maintain to this day, there was some crazy cheating going on.
Right.
I got thrown out for a good reason because I was passionate about my girls not going down the way they were going down. And
Right.
I will forever maintain that I was in the right. And so if I have to get kicked out of a game for that, I will. However, I got kicked out, but it wasn't me that said what got said, and they thought it was me, and then they threw it at me.
When we're off air, because this is a family-friendly podcast,
So
you're going to have to tell me what was said.
Oh, it wasn't even anything bad.
Oh.
I just asked him if he was blind because he wasn't looking at the strike zone. And then he yelled at me for that. And he was like, one more word out of you and you're gone. And then he threw another one. And a parent behind the dugout said something else about it. And he thought it was me. And off I went. And I didn't kick dirt at him, though. I didn't go out there and do the thing where you...
Oh, you should have.
You know where they
You're
go
going to get thrown out.
They just kick the dirt on their shoes.
Might as well go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, I should have, man. I should have thrown things.
Yeah.
I just was like, all right, bye, peace out, see you later. So yeah, but no, I am very competitive, very, very competitive, which is why I struggle right now because my oldest two played softball and volleyball and wrestled and soccer and all the things that you can get out there and you can yell and you can be, competitive. And then my 13-year-old, bless her heart, and I was a cheerleader, so I don't say cheerleading is a sport. It is, but it's not what I would consider a super competitive. I can't. Cheerleading and gymnastics isn't something I can really go and yell.
Right. It's not a yelling sport. It's kind of golf.
It's more like you watch it and it's great and they do a great job and I'm very proud of her for what she does. And the athleticism that is involved in cheerleading and gymnastics is quite crazy. I mean, you have to be very athletic to do all those things. But it's not like if somebody else is on the beam or somebody falls off, I can't yell at her and be like, come on. It's just you have to be quiet. And you know how hard that is for me to be quiet?
I do. I do.
It's not fun. It's not good. So that's what I was doing. I was just following the wrestling for a minute. I got stuck in that. And then we came back from commercial. I'm still over here just
lollygagging. Dilly-dallying. That's Sheena's new favorite word.
Dilly-dallying.
That's a good word. It's her new pastime.
That's a good word. So,
and Sheena also says that you can scream at cheerleading, but you just have to scream the same cheer as them.
Well, that's true. I guess that's true. I feel like my daughter would give me the evil eye if I stood up and just started cheering with her, though.
She's going to give you the evil eye no matter what.
Yeah.
So she's going to give you that. Mom, you're embarrassing me.
But she works really hard. I will say they have been practicing all summer long and doing camps and this is the first year Liberty Middle School is actually going to have a competitive cheer squad team too. Cool. So she'll have sideline cheer, but she's also on comp cheer. So some of the days we're looking at once school starts, practices are going to be from the time school gets out to 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
And as a mom, I'm not real thrilled about having to pick her up at 8 o'clock at night, but you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the thing, talking earlier about going on vacation, like balancing that work and family time.
It's hard.
It is hard.
So I did something I don't usually do. And when I left work on Friday, I really didn't check my emails or anything. That's why I didn't know I had a meeting this morning till I got to work. And they were like, aren't you going to your meeting? And I'm like, what meeting? But I'm learning to give myself time away so that I don't hate my time there.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't hate my job now. Like, even if I, the schedule that I have and things like that, but I'm learning, like, you have to have that time and unplug so that you've got the mind frame.
Yeah.
Kind of do it. And so my challenge to all the CVABC members and listeners and everything else is, like, what are you doing for yourself this week? Right. Like, what do you do that gives you that time away from work? Because if you own a business, so I was talking to somebody this morning and texting with them, and they were telling me, like, hey, I've got something I need some help on. I'm like, hey, me too. Like, maybe we can work this out together. But just thinking about, like, their schedule and, like, this is their busy season, right? Because they do pool maintenance and things like that. It was
right. Yeah.
Ryan from Robinson and R&R Pool Care. So Ryan, if you're listening, shout out to you. So, he like, his days are long right now, right? Because it's
absolutely, yeah.
It's, first of all, it's like peak time to use your pool. So they were really busy when everything was opening, and everybody wants their pool open in, a day, and it takes, longer than that. See, Ryan, I pay attention. And, so it creates a busy schedule for the business owner, especially when you're, 1 or 2, 3 people in your team.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, it doesn't get done. Or if you're a husband and wife working in a business, you can't really take time off, because if you're both taking time off, then the business, it doesn't stop, but it's not continuing that momentum, right? So it makes it a challenge of how to get that time and make sure that you don't regret missing that time with your kids or missing your time with your spouse when you get older, and looking back and going, it's always the whole thing of, like, the old man dying, and he doesn't regret not working more. He regrets the time he missed with his family. But what we have to learn to do is not just go, well, I'm only going to work this much or whatever. It's about balance, right? I went to the Visit Angels conference in Boston, and Sheena was able to go with me. So we were able to make kind of like a workcation out of it, right?
Yeah.
So, it's, we had a lot of fun. We got to go to a baseball game and, do some indoor miniature golf, because it was 105 degrees.
Which that looked really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. So I wish we had one here.
I think I have tried to do a lot better with that in the last 2 to 3 years. It used to be, for me, I threw everything into work. My husband would always tell me, hey, you need to clock out today, because I was constantly in it. And I found that even being constantly in it didn't necessarily mean that I was going to hit all my goals.
Right. Or that you were caught up.
Right. Or it didn't. And even now, like, I've gotten to the point where I've got to accept that there are things I can't control. And there are things that, although, I want to hit this goal, I want to hit my budget that, they want, that I'm needed to hit. But in reality, it just might not happen, because there are things outside of my control that cause that to do it. And if I sit here and I stress myself out to the point where I'm not only, it doesn't help me at work, but it also makes me unhappy at home, because I'm still constantly concerned or worried or, that sort of thing. So I feel like since COVID, it's been a lot easier for people to maybe take that step back, maybe do some stuff from home virtually.
It kind of forced the work from home mentality into day-to-day culture, right? So Sheena works from home 3 days a week. She goes in 2 days. Now, she doesn't have to go in, but she goes in because she's like, if I stare at these 4 walls of my office at home for 5 days, and then we stay home for the weekend, like, I still feel like I'm at work, right? Even though it's a different space, things like that. It's painted a completely different color from the rest of our house. Like, it's a stark transition, right? And didn't realize when she did it, but it really sets like okay, I'm at work. It's different colors. It's different themes, all that. And, but her going into the office, like, she gets to, and she just got a new job at Genmar. So she's working with a team where the rest of them also come in. So, and it's a small team, so they can sit and talk and learn about their job and work together and collaborate a lot better. And it makes a huge difference. Like, I can see the difference in her from when she was working from home 5 days a week to where she started going in 2 days.
Yeah.
And, it probably has a lot to do with the fact that she can stop and get a coffee on the way to work or some breakfast or something like that. So she also gets a little treat. So but that getting out of the house and even stopping to get in coffee, like you feel like you're doing something for yourself.
Yeah.
And that you're not just trying to keep up with work. I just looked at my email. I shouldn't have, because I have 1,185 unread emails.
Oh my
God. Now some of those are
I have
saved.
17.
Yeah. I'm working on getting that set up. And there's a few, I see like, on TikTok, Facebook, things like that. There's like the ads for like I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want to promote something and I don't know if it's any good, but there's like AI programs that will help you organize your email and put drafts and things in there. And I'm seriously considering doing a trial of that to see how it works because I have so many emails.
It scares me. I'm nervous that I'll it'll miss something.
Well,
and then,
but it doesn't just mark your emails read though. Right. So you still got to go through them. But what it does is it like draft reply and like, hey, is this okay with what you sent? And then and to me, it's going to kind of force me because if it's right there in front of me and it's written and if it's not like I want, all I got to do is fix it real quick and then hit send and then it's done.
I want you to tell me how it works. If you do it, I want you to tell me how it works.
I'm going to try it out.
Into it.
So,
I still want to get one of those Remarkables like Casey
oh my gosh. So at the Visiting Angels conference,
I'm seriously considering doing it.
There's a payroll provider that was talking to me and they have a little game where you go and talk to all the vendors and things there. And if you scan your QR code with their app in the phone, then you get, if you get the most or whatever, you could win a prize. And I won a $50 gift card. I got second place. And you collect points with different things of it. That's not important to the story. I won a $50 gift card and she had a Remarkable and she was showing me all the things that it could do. And she showed me where everybody that had walked up and talked to her, she jotted the information down, writing it, and she hit a button and it changed it to text, like computer text, like she typed it in. And so she had a different page for every vendor every Visiting Angels office that had come up and talked to her. And I was like, and she could access those online and email them, Google Drive, whatever. So I keep looking at those and it's like, it's really tempting.
I feel like, they're relatively expensive to go ahead and do it, but I feel like in the long run, it's worth the investment. So
Woody has them. He loves them.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm considering. I really am. But I think it is though. It's very important. I've been blessed with the opportunity where I do work from home usually on Mondays.
Right.
I take care of my grandbaby on Monday. But I'm still able to get work done even while she's there. And honestly, I feel like sometimes I get even more work done because I'm not with people. You would think with
you don't have interruptions.
Right. You would think with a 1.5-year-old I would. But she's relatively self-sufficient. She plays in her, little play area and she has toys and, we'll put a movie on every now and then and I can kind of settle back and get work done and make phone calls. And, but, on the flip side of that, I'm also helping my daughter be able to not have to pay an astronomical amount for daycare because, I watch her on Mondays. She's off Tuesday, Wednesday. And then my son-in-law, his mother keeps her Thursday, Friday. So, we just have been able to work out something. Yeah, we have a good schedule.
Yeah.
But I get to see my grandbaby grow up too.
Right.
And there's that pleasure in that, is like awesome. Well, I'm able to do my job, but I'm able to also
and I'm sure
contribute.
On some weeks you pay for that as well with your time.
Oh, absolutely.
You're having to stay late or do an event and coffee talk is 8 to 10.
Yeah.
And I book it 8 to 11:30.
Yeah.
Because I know if I'm on the way out the door and somebody stops and talks to me. So let's talk about the value of networking real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had a conversation this morning after the board meeting with another CVABC member. I had a question about some financial things that, just like, how do I take this, account that we had that's tied to Visiting Angels and how do we kind of fix it so I don't have to do this annual report and what I need to do with it. And he gave me some great advice and how to do it. And we talked about a few other things, but those connections, like it's more than just the connection, like me being able to say like, hey, and it was Abe Loper. So I'm going to give him a shout out too. It's more than being like, I know Abe Loper. He's got great shoes. We were wearing the same shoes today. Don't know if you noticed that, but
I didn't.
So like, it's not just oh yeah, I know him, but like we actually have a conversation and talk. And I had an issue with the business side of our business and needed some advice. And I didn't necessarily need like a formal, let me go sit down, have a meeting, talk this through, lay out all the paperwork and things. It's just like, hey, where do I start with this, fixing this issue, right? And it's great to have that. And, a lot of my, especially like I'll say Facebook friends, because a lot of my friends in real life, and I have friends outside of the CVABC, but a lot of the people I know are connections through CVABC.
Yeah.
Right. So that's only comes from, I wish Woody was here. That only comes from actually taking advantage of those networking opportunities with the CVABC and other organizations. Cause I run a senior networking group that, has 47 people signed up for our email list, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are people in healthcare that are working together and things like that. And I've had a couple of people reach out to me and be like, hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And it's been great. I actually saw one of the people from SNG at the Teddy Swims concert. She was 3 rows in front of us. So it was pretty fun, but she wasn't where she was supposed to be. So at first she yelled my name and I looked at her and I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Right. And then all of a sudden it clicked as soon as she started talking, I was like, oh, you're not wearing the clothes you normally wear during the day, like work clothes. So, but yeah, it's great to have those connections and be able to rely on people because I don't know if you know this, but you don't know all the answers.
Right. No, absolutely.
Hurt your feelings a little bit today, but
no.
And I don't know, nobody knows all the answers, but having that community is so important to be able to have other people to rely on and know that we don't have to carry the load alone and we don't have to know everything.
Yeah. I constantly have members reach back out to me and say, thank you for connecting me with so-and-so, or I'm so glad I showed up today because I really needed this. And sometimes it's even been like, not that they needed anything in particular as far as like a service, but they just needed to be around other people that were uplifting or that they could talk to and get information from. And
sometimes just know that not everybody has it together.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have it together almost every day.
We always talk about this thing. We talk about Facebook happy, right?
Yeah.
If you look at somebody's Facebook, like they only post the happy things.
Gosh. Yeah.
Right. So it looks like their life is all together and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, like the couple that looked like they were perfect and like going on all these trips and, looks like they're always together, things like that. Like they rarely see each other during their day-to-day life. And now they're divorced. And you're like, what happened? Like y'all were so happy. Be like, no, we weren't. It hasn't been good for a long time. And it's like, but on Facebook, it was great. Right.
Right.
It's the same thing with business owners, right? You go to networking events and you put on a happy face. And sometimes it's nice to be able to open up and be like, yo, I'm really struggling with this.
Mm-hmm.
Or like,
Yeah. You never know where that help is going to come from, where a helping hand or just, and I'm not saying it's like, oh, my business is failing. Somebody's just going to hand you a bunch of money. Like, that's what I'm talking about. But like resources.
Right.
Just,
community.
Just encouragement, to be honest. Like sometimes it's just like when I'm having a bad day, having somebody just reach out and say, you know what, you do matter. Right. You are doing a good job. You may be having a bad day. Something may have gone terribly wrong. You may have forgotten something, but hey, you helped me out of this bind too. So like, don't beat yourself up about it. Just pick yourself up and keep going. Sort of thing. I think that's super important.
It is
nowadays. I think people are so quick to knock you down. I mean, if your tractor is not really a tractor, you're going to hear about it.
If you're faking having a tractor for that country boy credit, right? I mean, not everybody's going to think your tractor's sexy.
And that's the problem with, and again, social media serves, social media
poor Woody
does serve, does great for some things. But I'm here to tell you, man, the ugliness behind people and their comments sometimes on social media, it's just horrible. I mean, it goes back to like, if you don't got nothing nice to say, why do you have to even say it? I look at some of these things I see and I am very much like, I'll post about like myself and my family, but when it comes to like business or things that might be negative, I scale back. Like you won't see me say much because I do have more of a high profile in the community. And I don't want somebody to be like, oh, well, Heather said this and now the CVABC said this. Because a lot of times they think, well, what Heather says, the CVABC means. And that's not, we're two different people, but they lump us together.
Yeah. I post, I keep all the business stuff on the business page. And every once in a while, like if we have a big accomplishment or we're, in a contest for, votes for best whatever, I'll share stuff. But typically I don't really share enough to my Facebook, honestly, to justify having an account, I think. So just every once in a while here and there. So, it's but people, they get behind a keyboard and they'll say anything. And it's you got to be careful about what you're putting out there because it drives me crazy when I see people on their business page like pushing political agendas and things like that. Like
don't touch that.
Nobody cares, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll just stop with that. We're not going to talk anymore about the political agendas.
Yes.
But no, I think, and that's why, I get on here and I think I talk about the Central Virginia Business Coalition. And minimally, I feel like we're really more talking about the businesses that we're working with. And, and I don't get on here and try and push it too much because I want this podcast to be a platform where our business owners are telling their stories and they're talking about who they are and why you should support local. But the driving force behind this podcast and the reason we're here is the Central Virginia Business Coalition. And
Right.
the things that we're talking about, like the networking and being able to have these connections and opportunities, is because we're a part of that organization.
Right.
So I throw that out there here at the end because, one of the things that in the past, I would say year or so is, we need more businesses to participate.
Right.
Be a member, or if you already are a member, be an active member. And
Right.
that's, I think, one of the biggest things I see is businesses will throw the
you've-
money and then they don't do anything.
If you've heard my voice a lot on this podcast and you're a part of the CVABC, but we've never met, I challenge you to come find me at the next coffee talk because
I like a challenge. And we've got a bunch of coffee talks coming up.
We do. I won't be at all of them, I can tell you, because
where are you not going to be
this is my year of no.
You're not allowed
I
to
don't
tell
know.
me no. What? No, I'm just kidding.
So I don't know. Well, I've missed a couple episodes and stuff because sometimes work gets busy and
I get
like
it.
that has to be my priority.
Yep.
I debated about whether coming today because I've been out of the office.
You
for
want
2 days.
you want me to be quite honest? I was waiting for the text.
Yeah,
I said to myself, Mike is going to text me and say he is too busy to come today,
number of
especially when you
times
forgot.
I picked up my phone to text you and then was like, all right, let me find out who the guests are first. Like,
I was
because if there are no
bracing for it.
guests like this, like it's hard with just one person, right? So,
Yeah.
And sometimes guests, sometimes they book shows and they don't quite make it. They don't forget or their business takes priority. And I get
Right.
that, right? And so, but our little, as my wife would call a fireside chat, like I like when we can just talk and we had no agenda today because we were not prepared for this, but
right.
But we're dealing with real issues and real businesses and real people. And, sometimes it's hard to remember that when you see a business and you see its success, a lot of times people can get jealous or petty or,
Yeah.
you never see that, do you?
Never.
Or can snipe at each other on Facebook
Never.
and things like that and passive aggressive comments about everybody's copying me and things like that. So, but it's a lot of work that goes into this. My wife will tell you, like, I've put a lot of work into my job to try and make my business the best I can for our clients and our employees. And sometimes it's just about every time I start to get discouraged and like, I don't know why I put all that work in, nobody cares. Something happens, an employee comes in and it's like, I just want to tell you how great it is to work here. Things like that. Like there are things like that make it great. I met somebody today and Abe introduced me to somebody and was like, hey, they may need Visiting Angels of the Future, and took his time to introduce me to that person. And they're like, oh, I've heard of Visiting Angels. Like I've heard it's really good.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. Right. So
cool.
It's kind of cool to, oh my gosh.
Are you all right over there?
The allergies.
Oh, yeah. They've been hitting my husband hard too this last week.
And we've been talking a lot. Oh my gosh, what in the world?
Well, Mike's over here dying.
I hate the sound of your voice.
In the corner.
Ren and Stimpy for you.
I haven't thought about Ren and Stimpy in forever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That reference pops in my head every once in a while. But you never, you see these businesses and they build a reputation, things like that. I don't think everybody, I think a lot of people assume like, oh, well, they just got lucky, or sure, they provide a service that everyone needs. So, it's easy for them to grow and be a big successful business. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Very few business owners I know just coast.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in the small business world, it's hard to do that. But I like, you've got you're talking about, you're doing the year of no, and that's good, and that's okay. I had one of my other delegates. I know she listens to this. She was actually on the show a few weeks ago. Terry Heiligenstadt with the Pampered Chef.
I wasn't here that week. See,
she's on vacation this week, I think. She's off visiting family, and she messages me and she's like, I'm just so sorry I can't be there because we had our delegate meeting.
Right.
We have multiple I think we have 3 different networking events, 2 tomorrow in Alta Vista and 1 in Roanoke on Friday.
Right.
And she's just like, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry I'm not going to be there. I'm just like, and she felt so bad about it. I was like, Terry, it's okay. Like, you can go visit family. And to her credit, though, she's normally one that she's kind of one of those people, like, I can always rely going to be there. So I can, I can kind of see where she's coming at. But, I think it's good. It's okay.
Yeah.
Have fun, Terry. I hope you're having a great time, because I know you're listening to the show. So hopefully you'll listen to it.
Everything's falling apart since you left.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even know how I'll survive tomorrow at Coffee Talk.
I know, right?
Business off the clock and all the things. But yeah. So, but yeah, no, I do. I'm like you. I like it when we have the back and forth and we just can sit here and just throw stuff out there and just chat. I think that's when a lot of people, you glean a different perspective.
Right.
You know, it's okay to sit here and I love it having our members on and talking with them, but I also like being able just to kind of share advice and, really want to hear from our listeners. You know, you can always go to our Facebook page or to the Media Squatch page, and we have a contact us form. You can put information out there. You know,
let us know what you want to hear about.
Yeah, if there's things coming up that you want us to chat more about, or even if you want us to bring in a member that or a business that may be able to answer some questions that you have had.
Instead of letting people sign up for the podcast, we're going to make them be nominated by other members.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
That
would be an interesting.
You've been nominated and you have to come on the podcast, whether you like
somebody
it or not.
who's scared to death to come on. And let me tell you, this is not a bad experience either. So now it is, I've done the show without Heather a couple times. That is nerve wracking, especially if I don't know the member that's coming in as a guest very well. And so it can be nerve wracking from that side. But when you come in, like we tell you, like we're just talking to you across the table. We're not going to give you any gotcha questions, not on purpose. And, we're here to make you look good. Right. We want you to sound good. We want you to look good. And it's not a nerve wracking thing. So, and we genuinely, I think the secret to our success on this show, Heather, is that we are both interested to learn more about the member that's sitting on the other side of the table.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So, now granted, some topics are more exciting than others. But I think that we've had a couple guests that I've been coming in and it's like, I don't know what we're going to talk about or anything. And then we get into it and it's like such an interesting, like one of my favorite episodes kind of thing. Like, and it's great to be able to kind of dig into what their business is and what they do.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. And I would say if you're listening in and you haven't been on the podcast before, contact us, especially with this, holidays coming up. We book out pretty far out, So if you're looking at trying to be on end of September through October, November, December, you're going to want to kind of chat with us now and get us in there. If you've got things you want to talk about with the upcoming end of the year holidays or
and if there's a question you want to ask Heather or me, like send that in. We'll answer it on the air. So that'd be interesting. Or if you really have a lot of questions and you want to come interview us, come interview us.
Oh, that would be fun to have an interview, like a flip the script, sort of like have two of our guests be the new podcast takeover. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for tuning in with us today on Talk Local to Me. And if you need any information about our guest, Kelly with Lady Legacy of Bedford, or if you want to find out about upcoming events that the Central Virginia Business Coalition has, including our networking, our Christmas in July membership drive we have going on right now, you can find out all of that information at
cvabc.org. Have a great week. We'll see you next Wednesday.